Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gen Sense. Hope that you're doing well. Today we're taking a look at the newest from Reyane Tradition, Insurrection 2, Emperor. So Reyane Tradition really, I feel like, is most well known for this line right here. It's a line of clone fragrances, the more popular ones being Insurrection 2 Pure, which is Creed Aventus. Then you have Insurrection 2 Wild, which is Pure Havan. Also, some people will find it similar to Xerjov Naxos. And I have a few others in that line as well that are pretty good. So when this one popped up, I had to go ahead and pick it up just to see what it is. And also because I like the color orange. That's a good reason, right? So this one I got from fragrancebuy.ca, about 25 bucks. That's what this one runs. So today we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the presentation, and I'll run you through this fragrance and let you know what I think it smells like. And I will have this one linked down below in the description. Feel free to check it out down there. You can also find it at fragflex.com, where you can use the code GS11 for 11% off your whole order. Let's get off the whole website, everything on there. So first things first, as always, let's take a look at this presentation a little bit closer. So here is your box. It feels a little bit more plain than the other Insurrection 2 fragrances as far as the box looks, but still very nice overall. You have Emperor on the front there. On the spine, it says Insurrection 2. On the back, you have your badge code, your ingredient information. Got the Reyane Tradition logo up top and on the bottom, and also on this little pull tab. So you pull it like so, then your bottle is sitting down inside here and has this little ribbon underneath it, so you can pull that ribbon and pop the bottle out a little bit easier. You also have this little card, which is super useful. Basically, it just says, don't swallow, don't show this to your girlfriend, avoid contact with eyes, keep away from heat or flame, flammable, for external use only. And then you also have the same info on the back of the box here as here. And then we have the bottle. I think these Insurrection 2 bottles look really good for cheap clones. Because again, these are 25 bucks, and some of the other ones you can find for 20, sometimes even less. Has a nice coloration to it. I really dig the orange scheme on this one. You have a sticker that goes down the spine of the bottle here that says Insurrection 2. It's like a faux metallic sticker. And there is in fact a sticker on the sticker. So let's go ahead and do this together here. Let's peel it. Oh, nice. I always like doing that, peeling the stickers. So yeah, this is not metal. This is just a sticker on here. I know because I once peeled it off on an old Insurrection bottle that I had. On the bottom, you have the info of the fragrance printed on the bottle there. 90 milliliter is the size, 3 ounces. Cap clicks into place. And let's go ahead and get this a spray. Also, Reyane Tradition logo on top, the atomizer. So here we go. Pretty good. So this one, when I got it in, I didn't know what it was a clone of. I was actually expecting it to be a clone of Aventus, because the name, Emperor, right? Napoleon Aventus. I was expecting it to be maybe Absolute Aventus. Wasn't exactly sure why they went with the orange, but with the name and the house, I was expecting Aventus. Because at the end of the day, Insurrection 2 Pure is Aventus. And then they have Insurrection 2 Sport, which is Aventus clone. And then they have the Extreme version, which is also Aventus. It's pretty much Aventus. Talking about the Insurrection 2 Extreme. So that was the expectation of Aventus. When I got this in and sprayed it on, I realized very quickly, that ain't Aventus. No, because the first thing that will hit your nose with this fragrance is vanilla. More specifically, orange and vanilla, which is gonna give you a creamsicle kind of scent profile. It is unmistakable the second that you spray this on. That's what's gonna hit your nose. And that is whether we're spraying on a tester strip or skin, vanilla and orange, vanilla and citrus. So it's quite sweet, it's creamy, really appealing, actually smells very nice off the top. It's smooth, nothing here sticks out in a bad way, nothing here smells overly synthetic or chemically or anything like that. You don't have a big alcohol blast. Goes on really nicely. And it actually smells more expensive than it costs. So that's a big positive as well. So that's what hit me first. And I was for a split second like, oh, I wonder if they're cloning like Ani or something like that, you know, Nishane's Ani, because it's a very popular fragrance, very vanilla forward, but I don't think so, no, because this really leans into that citrus and vanilla. That's the focal point here from the opening really into the dry down, because this one does not change a massive amount. Yes, the citrus comes across clearer, more forward when you first spray it on, but this isn't one of those ones that, you know, starts here and goes over there and 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 then ends over here. No, it's not like that. It starts here and then it goes, okay, I'm done. So not a massive change is what I'm trying to say there. It does definitely remind me of some other things though, even if it's not necessarily Ani. What it reminds me of is this one, Ultra Zest from Terry Mugler, because this one has blood orange, tangerine, and mint, and that combines to give it a little more of a zestiness, a little more of a pop when you first spray it on, whereas this one is smooth, creamy, decadent. So this is more of that like ice creamy kind of feel, whereas this one is lively. And as this one dries, Ultra Zest, you get more of that patchouli that comes out. Gives it a touch of a woodiness. You don't really get as much of that coming from Emperor. Now that's not to say that these are hyper different, they're not, but those are the differences between the two. Now there are some other fragrances out there that you might find a little similar to this one other than Ultra Zest. One of those is Ultra Red from Paco Rabanne. That one has drawn comparisons to this one, and while Ultra Zest is stupid expensive nowadays, Ultra Red not too bad. Ultra Red you can find for a pretty good price from discounters, typically, you know, 35, 40 bucks, something like that. And that one has a good amount of sweetness in it as well. It has that citrus, it has praline, it has vanilla, but the way that that one comes across is not quite as, again, I keep saying it, but creamsicle-ish as this one is. They have similarities, obviously it does, but this is, as I said, more of a creamy sweetness compared to that more sugary take in Ultra Red. Now, you could view this a little bit like taking Ultra Zest and then mixing it with a little bit of Green Lover from Lolita Olympica. And that's because Lolita Olympica Green Lover has kind of a creamsicle feel to it in and of itself. Not really a fragrance you would think of as being orange necessarily because the fragrance is named Green Lover, but that's actually one of the weird things about that fragrance. It's named Green Lover, the bottle is green, the packaging is green, everything is green, except for the fragrance. The fragrance is not really anyway. And I think that's probably the best way to think of this. It's kind of Ultra Zest, but also kind of not. So it's one of those twist fragrances. Can you use this in place of this? Yes. Is it the exact same as this? No. But it does smell very, very good. It's extremely appealing. It's easy to wear. The quality is nice. It's a little bit simple in the way it comes across. It's not really hyper complex or anything like that, but it is a darn good creamy, sweet citrus scent. In terms of seasonality, I'd say more spring, summer, and fall. I know that it's not super fresh, you know, talking about the sweetness that it has, but it's not so heavy that you couldn't wear it when it's a little warmer outside, though if it was like super hot, I'd go with something else. And it does lean more toward daytime than evening use. Performance seems to be pretty good, not anything insane, but for the price point, I'm not gonna complain at all. And overall, it's just a really nice addition to the collection. Doesn't cost that much, and it gives me similar vibes to some fragrances that I like, because the 3 scents that I talked about, Ultra Zest, Ultra Red, and Green Lover, all 3 I like a lot. And this slots in with those 3. It's kind of like, you know, in between a couple of them, but if you like any of those scents, you should like this one. Not as sugary sweet as Ultra Red, not quite as woody zingy as this one, and then with a little dollop of Green Lover kind of mixed in. It's that. So there we go, Insurrection 2 Emperor. I'm actually glad that they did this. Actually, really, really glad, instead of another Aventus. There's enough of those. So there we go. If you've smelled this one, let me know what you think about it. Thanks for hanging with me here today, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you all later.